In this video, I'm going to expose these 5 secret signals. I will show you exactly why she's asking, how a confident, attractive man recognizes the test, and the exact response strategies that turn a casual conversation into a compelling romantic opportunity. Pay close attention, because the last question, number 5, will fundamentally change the way you view every interaction from this day forward. And here's the reality nobody talks about. Love, connection, and romance don't fade at 60. In fact, studies show a significant percentage of people over 60 are actively seeking companionship. The interest is there, the connection is waiting. We just need to remember how to read the signs, and more importantly, how to communicate that we are available, vibrant, and ready for partnership. We've spent decades being married or out of the game, and we've lost touch with this refined art. But women over 60 have gotten smarter, using strategic conversation to gauge your potential. It's time you learned their playbook. Question number 1. Are you enjoying retirement? The first question sounds like the safest piece of small talk imaginable, but it is actually a masterclass in strategic vetting. Are you enjoying retirement? Don't be fooled. When a woman asks this, she is not just politely filling silence. She is initiating a comprehensive interview about your lifestyle, your financial security, your availability, and your fundamental attitude toward this new phase of life. Let's break down the psychology of this initial test. This question serves 3 critical purposes for her. First, it's a subtle check on financial stability. A man who describes retirement as enjoyable, full of plans, and actively fulfilling suggests he managed his resources well. He is signaling that he has planned for the future and is not likely to become a financial burden. She doesn't want to be your financial caregiver. She's looking for an equal partner. Second, she's assessing your availability and purpose. If you are busy with fulfilling activities, volunteering, traveling, pursuing a passion, that signals that you are an attractive person with a full life. A man with purpose is magnetic. Conversely, if you respond with boredom, loneliness, or a sense of being lost, that's a massive red flag. She wants a partner to share adventures with, not someone who expects her to fill an empty void. Third, it tests your attitude toward aging. Are you embracing the freedom retirement offers, or are you resenting the end of your career? Your answer reveals your psychological state. Optimism, curiosity, and adaptability are incredibly appealing traits at any age, but especially now, when resilience is paramount. I recently saw a scenario illustrate this perfectly. At a community gathering, a lovely woman named Sophia asked Carl, a widower, about his retirement. Carl's response was immediate and deflating. "Oh, it's all right, I guess. Got lots of time on my hands now. Not much to do." The conversation died instantly. Carl signaled stagnation and a lack of excitement for life. Sophia politely made an exit. Contrast that with David, who received the same question at a coffee shop. David smiled and said, I thought I'd be bored, but I've never been busier. I'm learning to play the ukulele, just started a mentorship program, and I'm finally converting that barn into a workshop. I'm having the best time rediscovering my creative side. How about you? Have you embraced the retirement life, or are you still conquering the business world? Notice the difference. David demonstrated passion, purpose, and self-direction. He showed he was an active creator of his own happiness, and crucially, he turned the question back to her, inviting engagement. The accompanying body language is essential here. If she's genuinely leaning in, maintaining focused eye contact, and offering genuine smiles, she's interested. If she asks 2 or 3 specific follow-up questions about your activities, that's your confirmation. She's flirting. To respond like a confident man, try these strategies. Number 1. The passion approach. Share one thing you are truly excited about, but keep it brief. Show, don't tell, that your life is vibrant. Number 2. The mystery approach. Give an intriguing, slightly vague hint about a new project that makes her curious for more details. Number 3. The engagement approach. Answer concisely, show your positive outlook, and immediately pivot to ask about her life. The key takeaway is this. This question is her way of saying, show me you're still vibrant and have room for someone special in your already fulfilling life. Your answer must communicate energy, purpose, and a forward-looking attitude. Question number 2. Do you cook for yourself? The second question is where the vetting gets deeper and more intimate. She asks, do you cook for yourself? Again, she is not trying to assess if you can win a Michelin star. This is a brilliant, stealth assessment of your independence, domestic capabilities, and potential for shared, cozy intimacy. This question reveals more about your self-sufficiency than almost any other. The psychology behind this is absolutely fascinating for women in this age group. Most women have spent decades managing households. They are absolutely not looking for another project. They are looking for a partner. The first thing she needs to know is, are you self-sufficient? Can you take care of your own nutrition and living space? A man who relies entirely on takeout or prepackaged meals signals that he either can't handle basic domestic tasks or is looking for someone to step into a caregiving role. That is a massive deterrent. The second, deeper layer is about intimacy and shared life. Cooking, sharing a meal, and being comfortable together in the kitchen are the bedrock of mature, romantic relationships. When she asks about cooking, she is subtly imagining sharing meals with you, cooking together, enjoying quiet mornings over coffee, and creating those domestic moments that define companionship. I watched 2 contrasting responses play out perfectly. Nancy asked Larry about his cooking habits in a cafe. Larry instantly deflated the conversation by saying, "Not really. I mostly eat out or heat up frozen dinners. My wife used to handle all the cooking." Larry just signaled 2 things, domestic helplessness, and that he is still emotionally tied to a past dynamic he hasn't moved beyond. Now consider Samuel, who was asked the same question at a farmer's market. Samuel's face lit up, and he said, "I've become a decent weekend chef, actually. Last Sunday, I finally nailed the paella recipe, took 3 attempts, but it was worth it. I love experimenting, even if my smoke alarm is now my kitchen timer." Then he asked, "Are you a natural cook, or do you enjoy the adventure of trying new things, too?" Samuel showed competence, humor, vulnerability, and a willingness to learn. He showed he was a capable adult, but wasn't taking himself too seriously. The body language here includes a slight smile while making eye contact, especially if the conversation takes place near a food setting. If she follows up with questions like, "What's your favorite thing to make?" or "Maybe you could teach me that recipe sometime," those are major green lights. She is interested in spending time with you. Your ideal response should convey these points. Number 1. The competent approach. Show you can handle basic preparation and take care of yourself. Number 2. The learning approach. Express that you view cooking as a new skill or a fun process, not a chore. Number 3. The sharing approach. Mention that you enjoy cooking for others, or better yet, you're looking forward to cooking with someone special. What she wants to hear is that you are a capable, independent man who is open to sharing the domestic experiences that make a life together comfortable. This question is her way of asking, are you someone I could build a comfortable, equal life with? Question number 3. Are you close to your family? We're moving into deeper territory now. The third question is simple on the surface, but it's an emotional intelligence final exam. Are you close to your family? This is not idle curiosity. This question reveals everything about your capacity for relationships, your ability to handle conflict, and your potential as a long-term, emotionally mature partner. For women in our age bracket, family relationships are the blueprint for all other relationships. How you interact with your children, your siblings, or your grandchildren tells her precisely how you handle attachment, boundaries, and emotional accountability. She is assessing 3 things. Emotional maturity. How do you talk about your family? Bitterness, excessive drama, or unresolved conflicts signal that you carry emotional baggage that could affect a new relationship. Maturity means acknowledging challenges, but focusing on growth and gratitude. Healthy boundaries. Are you so enmeshed with your children that there is no space for a partner? Or are you so distant that it signals a difficulty maintaining connection? She's looking for the healthy balance between loving your family and reserving emotional space for new love. Capacity for love. Your ability to love without being possessive and connect without being codependent is revealed here. She needs evidence that you know the difference between dependence and healthy connection. I observed this test at a dance where Helen asked Raymond about his family. Raymond's response was a train wreck. My kids barely call anymore. My daughter lives across the country, and my son is too busy. Family just doesn't mean much these days. Raymond projected bitterness and abandonment. Helen's interest instantly evaporated. He revealed poor relationship skills and a victim mindset. Compare this to Walter, who was asked the same question at a wine tasting. Walter smiled warmly and said, "I'm incredibly blessed with wonderful kids and grandkids. We're close, but not clingy, if you know what I mean. I love that they're building their own lives, and I love being a part of it when they want me around. Family is important, but I've learned there is room in life for many different kinds of love." Then he asked, "Are you one of the lucky ones with a close family, or are you building your own chosen family?" Walter showed love without neediness and boundaries without coldness. He was clear that he had space in his heart for a new kind of love. If she's asking with soft eyes and a gentle tone, she's deeply interested in your emotional landscape. Follow-up questions about your relationship with your children confirm this is a flirting signal. To ace this test, use these strategies. Number 1. The balance approach. Show love and connection, but affirm that you are not defined solely by those relationships. Number 2. The wisdom approach. Share a life lesson your family has taught you about love or relationships. Number 3. The open approach. Clearly state that while family is foundational, you are excited about expanding your circle and creating new relationships. What she wants to hear is that you are capable of healthy relationships, that you understand balance, and that you have room in your heart. This question is her way of asking, are you emotionally available and mature enough for a serious partnership? Question number 4. What keeps you busy these days? The fourth question is the ultimate compatibility test disguised as casual banter. What keeps you busy these days? She is not trying to schedule you. She is conducting a comprehensive lifestyle assessment to discover your passions, your energy level, and most importantly, whether you are someone she could build an interesting, dynamic life with. The psychology here is simple. Shared interests and complementary energy levels are critical for success at this age. She is looking for an active, engaged partner, not a seatmate. She is assessing engagement and growth. Are you growing, learning, and pursuing meaningful activities, or are you just passively waiting for the day to end? She's looking for a partner with intellectual curiosity and vitality. Post-career purpose. Many men struggle with identity after leaving their careers. This question reveals if you have successfully redefined yourself and found new sources of joy and meaning outside of work. Availability balance. She needs you to be engaged, but not overwhelmed. You must be interesting, but not so overscheduled that there's no room for her. She is looking for that sweet spot, independent but not isolated, and busy but available. I saw Louise ask Dennis about his activities at a garden. Dennis's reply was uninspiring. Not much, really. I watch a lot of TV, do some grocery shopping, maybe visit the hardware store. Pretty quiet life. Dennis signaled a lack of passion and purpose. Louise quickly moved on. Contrast this with Michael, who was asked the same question in a bookstore. Michael's eyes lit up. I'm having the time of my life, actually. I'm learning Spanish. Always wanted to do that. I volunteer at the Literacy Center twice a week, and I've gotten really into bird photography. I even hiked 5 miles last weekend to get a shot of a rare warbler. He then asked, "What about you? Are you one of those people who's busier in retirement than you ever were working?" Michael showed a blend of learning, service, creativity, and social connection, all while inviting her to share her own life. If she's leaning in with genuine curiosity, with bright eyes and specific follow-up questions, she's definitely testing for compatibility. Your response must paint a picture of a rich life. Focus on these categories. Number 1. Learning activities. Show you are curious about the world, e.g., a language, a class, history. Number 2. Service activities. Demonstrate that you care about your community, e.g., volunteering. Number 3. Creative pursuits. Reveal an artistic or inventive side, e.g., woodworking, writing, photography. Number 4. Social connection. Mention friends or community activities, showing you are not isolated. Avoid listing chores, complaining about boredom, or monopolizing the conversation. This question is her way of asking, are you someone I could build an interesting, fulfilling life with? Show her that retirement is about ramping up, not winding down. Question number 5. How do you stay so positive? Finally, we arrive at the most sophisticated flirting question in the mature woman's arsenal, and the one that most men completely miss. How do you stay so positive? This is not just a question. It is a masterclass in attraction psychology. It is simultaneously a genuine compliment, an emotional intelligence test, and an invitation to a much deeper conversation. Let's unlock the extraordinary psychology behind this question. It's a compliment, first. She is calling out something truly attractive about your demeanor and energy. She noticed you. She likes what she sees. Acknowledge this with a smile. It tests your wisdom. At our age, everyone has faced losses, disappointments, and hardships. She wants to know how you handle them. A man who maintains genuine positivity isn't naive. He is someone who has learned resilience, found meaning in suffering, and discovered how to create joy. This wisdom is incredibly magnetic. It invites deeper connection. This is her way of saying, I'm attracted to your energy. Help me understand what makes you tick. She is inviting you to share your fundamental life philosophy and your approach to challenges. I witnessed Sandra ask Alan about his positive outlook at a book club. Alan's reply was devastating. Oh, I'm not that positive really. Life's been pretty tough lately. My arthritis is acting up, and I just try to get through each day. Alan revealed a victim mindset. Sandra's interest vanished instantly. Now consider Eugene, who received the same compliment at an art gallery. Eugene smiled thoughtfully and said, I learned something important a few years ago. I can't control what happens to me, but I can control how I respond to it. Every challenge has taught me something valuable, and I've discovered that joy is a choice I can make every single day. Then he asked, what about you? Have you found ways to create your own happiness, or are you naturally one of those sunny people? Eugene showed wisdom, growth, and the intentionality of his positive outlook. He acknowledged difficulty, but focused on resilience. If he touches your arm gently, maintains longer, softer eye contact, and uses a more intimate tone of voice when asking this, she is absolutely flirting and is drawn to your inner world. Your response strategies should convey authentic depth. Number 1. The wisdom approach. Share a concise life lesson you've learned that helps you maintain perspective. Number 2. The gratitude approach. Explain how focusing on what you have, rather than what you lack, keeps your outlook bright. Number 3. The choice approach. Emphasize that positivity is a daily decision you make, not just a lucky personality trait. What she wants to hear is that you are someone who has learned to transform challenges into wisdom, and who can bring joy and emotional stability to her life. This question is her way of asking, I'm attracted to who you are as a person. Will you bring wisdom and joy into my life? In conclusion, the transformation that comes from understanding these 5 questions is nothing short of remarkable. Let me tell you about Russell, a 72-year-old retired man who was convinced he was invisible. After learning about these specific signals, he found himself at his grandson's baseball game. Another grandmother, Joyce, approached him. She asked about his retirement, his cooking, his family, what kept him busy, and finally, she complimented his positive attitude. Russell recognized every single test. Instead of just giving simple, boring answers, he engaged with her, showing purpose, independence, emotional maturity, and wisdom. The result? Russell went from feeling invisible to recognizing his own inherent attractiveness. He and Joyce have been happily dating for 5 months now. He told me he's not just existing anymore. He's living again. That is the power of awareness. When you understand what these questions truly mean, you stop wondering, is she interested? And you start recognizing the signals that have been there all along. You move from being just another nice gentleman to being a confident, attractive man who knows exactly how to respond to a woman's interest. You are not invisible. You are not too old for romance. You are still desirable, still capable of inspiring attraction, and still worthy of deep, fulfilling love. The next time a woman asks you one of these 5 questions, you'll know exactly what's happening and how to respond. Go out there and start creating those connections you deserve.